All right, you ready for more massage? This is super important. Make sure that you drink water after a massage. It's super important to hydrate well to be able to flush out all the physiological garbage that's being dislodged from the tissues that you're moving around. Now, I hope you've enjoyed massaging, just, taking your toes and massaging and spreading them, interdigitating, moving them around, and noticing when you walk, what's going on? Are your toes able to move? One reason they might not be moving very well is that they're so used to being in very, very tight shoes. I know you want to be stylish. Tight shoes are just deadly for your feet. It is way better to have a wide toe box and a shoe that is very flexible and pliable, minimal kind of material. You want to be able to almost feel barefoot and have your foot be able to grip and move. Or, if you have to be in, fancy tight shoes all the time, just know that you're going to have to do massage a little bit more. You're going to need to pay attention to your feet a whole lot more and move them around. And whenever you can, be barefoot. Be barefoot, especially if you can be outside on terrain that is all kinds of different terrain, so that your foot is not just on a solid platform all the time. It has to adjust and adapt, and that's how it likes or prefers to live. Again, keeping your body in balance when each part of your body is doing what they're supposed to do. Now, the next massage is we're going to go for underneath our feet. And we know that we've got a diaphragm here, here, here. Well, the sole of our feet is also considered a diaphragm because it's a horizontal group of muscles. We're going to be using what I like to use is yoga tune-up balls. If these kinds of balls, yoga tune-up. You can get them, I've given you a link. You can get them at a massage clinic. You can get them at, fitness centers. Usually they have them. Worth investing. Now, I've got two of them. I want to show you a difference. This is a fairly new one, and I'm giving all the grip that I can, and you notice it's not collapsing, but it is not hard. It's got some give to it. It's grippy. Now, this one is a tune-up ball that's been spent a lot of time underneath my foot. It's almost a little gross. It is. If I press it, look, it gives. Okay. I'm a fan for underneath my feet to have a little bit more give, but if it gets too much, it feels like you've just squished and it's become a pancake and it doesn't give you much. But I like how it becomes grippy and will start to pull the skin. You remember the different techniques where, you've got a pin and a pull so that the tissue gets pulled, or a pin and a spin where it actually grips your skin and pulls it around. Okay, those are a couple of techniques that are in the document that I listed, the different techniques. Well, with the feet, we're going to do some of those. So the concept here is let's get underneath our feet. Let's release any tension that's there. Some of the spots you're going to be like, yeah. And others you're going to go, oh, wow, seriously, had no clue. That's what's fun about doing self-massage with these therapeutic balls is you find those blind spots, those spots that you had no idea existed. And those little spots are creating havoc throughout the rest of your body. So let's go after them. Now again, massage on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, you don't have a clue that you have a muscle, it doesn't feel like anything. 10, you'd rather die than continue. It's a little exaggerated, but you know what I mean. I want you to stay below a 5. I want you to stay into that, you know what, I feel something. This is actually feeling good. It's like, ooh, I feel some tension. And you're not poking the bear. And whenever you feel something intense, I want you to play above, below, beside. So play around. It's just like, having an iceberg. The little tip at the top is nothing. It's everything underneath. So let's go get everything around so that everything else will smooth out. You might find that if you take care of everything around, that really nasty point, you won't feel it as much anymore. So my head's going to disappear. You're going to just see my feet, and the technique is that you're going to apply some pressure. Let's go through it. I'll show you. So here we go. I like to do 1 foot at a time. Some people like to multitask and do 2 feet. I just like doing 1 foot. So I'm going to show you 1 foot and know that you're going to do the 2nd foot after. So here we go. I'm going to ask you to put the ball underneath the big toe and squish it. And just hang out. And then move it to the next set of toes and squish it. And then the next set of toes and squish it. Now if you can, you're going to move side to side. You're going to roll it all the way to the big toe and then to the baby toe. Okay, now we're going to go after another section in the foot. You're going to go after the pad here, this section right here. So here we go. You're going to press and pause. And then find another spot, press. I'm putting all my weight on here. I'm not just, caressing the ball. Full weight. And then on the outside. This, on this side is called lateral. And this is called medial. So more towards the inside of the body, more towards the outside of the body. So we did medial in the middle, and lateral. Now, you're going to go after this section here. So it's just past the pink part where my foot starts to turn to a paler color, and it's not in the arch yet, it's right here. So you're going to have here, here, and here. So this is where you're going to start to find some sensations, I believe. Move your toes, wiggle your toes. Go to the center point, pause. Lift and wiggle your toes. And then go to the lateral side. Lift and wiggle your toes. You can also do the cross fiber. Guess where we're going? You're going to go into the arch. Now the arch, really, the space of the ball will fit only onto the medial side and the lateral side. But you'll find right here, lots of sensations. So here we go, into the arch. Oh, there's definitely sensations. Move your toes. Maybe even move your foot a little bit. And then let's go to the other side, the lateral side. Move your toes. Try cross fiber, going across side to side. And now we're going to go to the base of the arch just before your heel, right in here. Again, you'll only have 2 spots. Here we go. A little further. Good compression. Pause. Notice I'm like all weight onto this leg. And then I do the outside, the lateral side. And then I can cross fiber, go side to side. Once you're done that, I'm going to ask you to do a little bit more. You're going to end up doing a pin and spin. And it's pretty much almost like, maybe, hopefully you don't know how to do this, but it's like putting out a cigarette, okay? Doing the twist on the ball. I like doing it especially in the arch area. So here we go. You got compression, pin, and now spin. And this is where a grippy ball comes in handy. So there's a spin. And I can go to another layer and do the same thing. So what happens is the skin is pinned and then it's being twisted. It's being twisted. Now the final part of this massage that I like to do is it is a friction kind of thing, and it creates a lot of warmth. So here we go. The friction will be that I'm going to kind of plow. I'm going to push the ball from front to back and forth. You plow. So I'm creating a lot of pressure. It's going down and here. And then you can scrub. Oh yeah, good scrubbing, good scrubbing. And then I'm gonna ask you to stand. Why am I asking you to stand? I'm going to ask you to stand in both feet side by side and let me know what it feels like. It's a really amazing sensation. I describe it as like, I all of a sudden, here are my feet, the one that I just worked, feels like a flat tire. Well, basically it feels like I connect a whole lot more to the floor. I feel so much more under the foot that just got massaged. I released things. So then do the other foot so you can have that same wonderful sensation. I have an example of what happened through a workshop that I was doing. We were doing the pelvic floor massage and trying to do the external one that you practiced earlier, and where we did some mindful moments on the big old ball here. And it was all about, all right, let's connect to the pelvic floor. When you inhale, you feel it expand. When you exhale, you feel it come back. And this, a lot of people don't feel it. It takes a lot of mindfulness. But one lady, she's okay, not feeling it. And we did massage underneath our feet, and we went right back onto the ball and sat down and did the mindfulness connecting to the pelvic floor, and she just screamed out. She goes, "Oh my God, I feel it now!" She was so excited. So guess what? All it took was to release the feet for her. Well, maybe we had done a whole lot of other things, but that day, the fact that we did the meditation, then we did the feet, and then we came back to the ball, she was just blown away. She goes, "Oh my, I didn't realize how much my feet affected my ability to feel that pelvic floor." Awesome. I hope you have that experience. And make sure you do the other foot. And once again, massage does not have to be every day. Don't poke the bear. Make it, good enough pressure that it's beneficial and it's not going to send you into chronic pain. And one thing about the feet is a little different than the rest of your body. They can handle a little more often. So if you've got these icky feet, especially in the morning when you get out of bed, might as well just have a ball right there and do like a minute. Just squish things around, move your feet around, and you'll be amazed at how better your mobility throughout the day will be. All right, enjoy. See you at the next one.